The sea roared like a living beast, waves smashing against the cliffs as Dr. Elena Rivas stood at the edge of the research platform, her eyes scanning the horizon. The storm had been relentless for hours, yet beneath the turbulent waters, something unnatural shimmered, a shape that refused to belong to Earth. Her heart pounded with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. Humans had explored deserts, mountains, and the depths of space, but nothing prepared them for the ocean holding secrets older than humanity itself. The sonar pinged sharply, cutting to the darkness of the storm, revealing a massive silhouette buried beneath layers of sand and salt. It was a spaceship, not wreckage, not debris, but a vessel of unimaginable engineering, entirely alien and somehow perfectly preserved. Elena adjusted her diving suit, feeling the familiar weight against her skin. The water smelled of ozone and something metallic, foreign, yet eerily alive. Her team of scientists, engineers, and exoarchaeologists descended into the deep, each step into the abyss a test of human resolve. Pressure mounted against the hull of their submersible like the universe itself was pushing back, warning them to leave. The moment the vessel appeared in full, Elena felt her breath catch. Its surface pulsed faintly, almost as if the ship recognized their presence, welcoming or challenging them. They could not yet tell which. Inside the control room, lights blinked in colors no human eye had names for, and symbols moved fluidly, rearranging themselves as though reading their thoughts. Elena reached out and touched the console, and a jolt shot through her. Pain and memory intertwined. Visions of distant galaxies, wars fought across light years, civilizations rising and falling in a heartbeat. Her mind reeled, but she did not falter. Humans did not retreat from the impossible. Humans adapted. Humans conquered fear. A voice echoed in her head, not in words, but in understanding. It spoke of a trial, of knowledge and power locked within the ship, waiting for beings who would prove worthiness through intellect, courage, and unity. Her team exchanged glances, each of them feeling the same awe and dread. They were scientists, yes, but they were also humans, problem solvers, explorers, warriors of the mind. Elena activated the ship's bridge, and the vessel hummed, deep and resonant, vibrating through the water and into their bones. Suddenly, the floor beneath them shifted, revealing a spiral of stairs descending into the unknown, carved from material that reflected starlight though no stars shone in the ocean's depths. Every step was a testament to human perseverance, every breath a reminder of what they were capable of when faced with the impossible. Down in the depths, they discovered pods, dormant but not dead, creatures unlike anything documented, wrapped in amber-like cocoons, yet scanning them with intelligence, curiosity, and caution. A surge of realization struck Elena. These beings were not hostile, at least not yet, but the ship was a crucible. It demanded cunning and resolve. Then the walls shifted. The corridors themselves became a labyrinth, morphing, testing their ability to think, to cooperate, to survive. Elena's fingers brushed against a panel, and a holographic map appeared, stretching into dimensions she could not physically comprehend. It revealed planets, systems, and entire civilizations at war with forces so vast they made human conflicts seem trivial. And yet, there was an opportunity. Humanity could rise, not as mere survivors, but as architects of destiny, a species defined not by limits but by their indomitable will. A sudden tremor shook the vessel. Something ancient stirred, something that remembered before humans, before the stars had names. The team held together, combining their knowledge, instincts, and raw courage. Every challenge became a proof of humanity's uniqueness. Intelligence bending the impossible, bravery defying terror, unity overcoming isolation. Elena stepped forward as a beam of light shot from the ship, illuminating the entire cavernous interior. Symbols aligned, mechanisms whirred, and a hidden chamber revealed itself, a vault of technology and knowledge that could reshape the galaxy. But unlocking it required more than curiosity. It demanded a choice, one that tested ethics, heart, and the very essence of what it meant to be human. And just as her hand hovered over the vault's interface, the ship convulsed violently. Something outside, massive and unseen, circled them in the water. Humanity had found the alien treasure, yet the universe reminded them it did not give anything freely. Not knowledge, not power, not survival. Elena smiled, adrenaline surging. Humans thrived in the impossible. They were the species that stared into the void and carved their name across the cosmos. She turned to her team. We do this together. We adapt. We survive. We win. The alien ship pulsed again, and the water around them seemed to shimmer with unseen energy, a promise and a challenge intertwined. Elena's words barely faded when the ship shuddered violently, metal groaning against the crushing pressure of the ocean. Outside, the shadows in the water shifted with purpose, colossal shapes circling them like predators testing a prey's courage. Her team pressed closer together, fear a silent thread, yet determination stronger. Humans thrived in fear. They did not succumb to it. They mastered it, turned it into strategy. Sensors show multiple life forms, said Dr. Malik, the exoarchaeologist, his voice steady despite the tremors. Massive, intelligent. They're aware of our presence. Elena's eyes narrowed. Then let us prove we are more than prey. The corridors of the ship pulsed, walls bending and twisting, a living labyrinth designed to challenge cognition and resolve. Every step they took tested their intellect. Doors would vanish, hallways would duplicate themselves, and gravity would shift without warning. But humans were adaptable. Humans were relentless. Elena led her team with clarity, intuition, and courage, interpreting patterns, predicting the ship's movements, and turning its trials into opportunities. A chamber opened before them, glowing with soft, ambient light. Inside floated a sphere of energy, translucent, rippling with currents of knowledge. "It is a data bank," said Malik, awe in his voice. "Encoded with a language I have never seen, yet somehow understandable. It is alive." Elena reached out, and the sphere reacted, tendrils of energy weaving around her fingers. Images, memories, and calculations flooded her mind. Star maps, battle strategies, histories of civilizations rising and falling. She stumbled, overwhelmed, but not broken. Humans had survived cataclysms, wars, plagues, and the void of space. They could survive this. She focused, extracted patterns, understood the principles. Humanity could wield this knowledge without being consumed by it. Outside the chamber, the shadows and the water recoiled. The beings were watching, evaluating, perhaps recognizing in humans something they had not expected. Intelligence without arrogance, courage without recklessness, unity without compulsion. A sudden alarm rang through the ship, sharp and penetrating. The walls split open, revealing a hatch to the ocean beyond. Massive shapes glimmered in the faint light. Bioluminescent creatures, alien in form and scale, swirled around them. Tentacles larger than submarines, eyes that reflected galaxies, bodies armored in strange crystalline structures. "They are testing us," Elena said, her voice calm. "They are ancient but not infallible. They are observers, not executioners." One of the creatures lunged. The water rippled with destructive force. But humans did not fight blindly. They coordinated, adapted, and outmaneuvered. Drones deployed, creating distractions and shields. Electromagnetic pulses disrupted the creature's sensors. Every movement was calculated, precise, a dance of survival and ingenuity. The alien retreated not defeated, but impressed. The ship hummed, as if acknowledging their triumph. Then the vault pulsed again, opening with a sound that resonated through bone and metal alike. Inside, a chamber unlike any human had ever seen. Crystalline structures, humming with energy, lined the walls. Light bent strangely, refracted into impossible spectrums. In the center, a pedestal held a device, compact, yet exuding power and intelligence. Elena approached, feeling the weight of the universe pressing upon her. She touched the device. Instantly, her mind expanded, absorbing knowledge of technologies that could traverse galaxies in moments, manipulate energy in ways that defied physics, and even control life at a molecular level. Yet, alongside the knowledge came a warning. This power was not a gift. It demanded responsibility, courage, and wisdom. Only beings capable of rising above instinct could wield it without annihilation. Elena turned to her team. "We are human. That is why we can do this. We think, we feel, we choose, not as machines, not as conquerors, but as the stewards of what comes next. Suddenly, the floor beneath them quaked. The ship's hull shivered as if alive, ripples traveling through the structure. The shadows returned, larger, faster, more deliberate. Ancient guardians of the vault, awakened by their presence. They struck with precision. Waves of energy and mass slammed against the walls. Yet humans did not falter. Elena led the countermeasure, devising a plan in moments that would take other species weeks to comprehend. They lured the Guardians into currents of water charged with the ship's own energy, turning attack into containment. One Guardian breached the chamber. Its crystalline armor shimmered, reflecting the human team in fractals. Elena did not hesitate. She reached into the energy pedestal, synchronizing her mind with the ship's systems. A beam of pure light shot forth, enveloping the creature, scanning, communicating, not harming but asserting dominance through intelligence and understanding. The alien paused. Recognition passed through its consciousness. It understood, as the ship had, that humans were different. The Guardians receded, leaving the chamber intact. The energy pedestal pulsed brighter, acknowledging the humans' triumph. Elena felt a surge of clarity. Humans had proven themselves not by brute force, but by courage, intellect, and unity. By choice. The ship's systems integrated with human neural patterns, offering glimpses of technologies to harness star energy, manipulate gravity, and construct vessels capable of surviving in the harshest corners of the galaxy. Yet the greatest revelation was philosophical. The universe recognized potential in those who refused to submit to fear, those who balanced curiosity with caution, strength with compassion, and intelligence with moral judgment. Elena's mind raced. The oceans of Earth had revealed a universe of possibilities. Humanity could become a beacon, a species that rose through trials, faced ancient powers, and emerged not only alive but stronger. Prepare the ascent, she said. We return to the surface with the knowledge, the technology, and the proof that humans are unstoppable when united. The journey upward was tense. Currents raged, shadows lingered, yet humans navigated each obstacle, a testament to adaptability and resilience. Breaking through the water, the storm above had calmed. The first rays of sunlight pierced the clouds, reflecting on the ocean's surface like a promise. Elena surfaced, breathing in the air with a profound sense of victory. Humans had ventured into the unknown and emerged triumphant, carrying the legacy of ingenuity, courage, and moral resolve. The world below awaited, and soon the galaxy beyond would know the same. Humanity did not merely survive. Humanity conquered, adapted, and thrived against the impossible. Elena looked at the horizon, the alien ship now a distant silhouette beneath the waves, a reminder that the universe was vast, dangerous, and full of secrets. But she smiled, because she knew one truth that echoed through her veins. Humans were unstoppable. The team celebrated, but the real adventure had just begun. The alien technology, the knowledge gained, the creatures encountered, all hinted at challenges even greater, civilizations even more ancient, and threats even more profound than they had imagined. Yet Elena and her team were ready. Humans did not flee from the impossible. They understood it. They mastered it. They would rise stronger than ever. The ocean had given them a gift, but the universe demanded more. Elena stood on the research platform, staring at the horizon, imagining the stars beyond the waves. Humans had unlocked something no other species had. Not mere knowledge, but understanding. Prepare the transport, she ordered. We bring the technology back to the orbital station. Humanity must see what we have achieved. They must know what we can become. The ascent to orbit was tense. Earth's atmosphere resisted them, but humans had conquered gravity countless times before. The shuttle shook violently during the final climb, but Elena's hand remained steady on the controls. Steady, everyone, she said. This is nothing we cannot handle. Inside the shuttle, the alien data interface hummed softly, integrating with human systems, offering glimpses of possibilities beyond imagination, faster than light propulsion, energy manipulation, and even methods of defending against cosmic-scale threats. Malik was at her side, eyes wide with wonder. It is more than technology. It is strategy, philosophy, history. They intended to leave a blueprint for beings capable of rising above chaos. Elena nodded. We are those beings. We will prove it. Upon reaching the orbital station, the team was greeted by the world's leading scientists and military minds, all skeptical, all anxious. The shuttle doors opened, and the alien interface projected a hologram of incomprehensible scale. Stars, galaxies, civilizations, and battles unfolded in 3 dimensions around them. And then the message became clear. A challenge, not a gift. The universe itself awaited. Elena took a deep breath. This is not merely discovery. This is proof that humanity belongs on the galactic stage. We will not cower. We will not fail. We adapt. We conquer. We endure. Within hours, global and orbital research stations were synced with the alien technology. Humans began decoding its principles, not just copying, but improving, adapting. And then the first warning arrived. The universe had noticed. A probe, sleek and enormous, appeared in orbit around Earth. Its surface was dark, reflective, with patterns that shimmered like liquid metal. It emitted a pulse, and a voice, alien, vast, commanding, entered every communication channel simultaneously. Humans, you have taken knowledge that does not belong to you. Prove your worth or be extinguished. Elena's heart surged. The warning was terrifying, yes, but humans thrive in the face of impossible odds. We do not plead, she said to her team. We do not beg. We prove. They mobilized instantly. Orbital defense grids activated. Drones were deployed. Satellites scanned every quadrant of the approaching probe. Yet this was not merely war. This was a test of intelligence, creativity, and resilience. The probe's first move was swift. A wave of energy disrupted communication networks, disorienting the orbital station. Yet humans responded. Algorithms predicted the next pulse. Defenses recalibrated in seconds, and countermeasures neutralized the attack. Elena's voice cut through the chaos. Do not underestimate us. We are not a species to surrender. We adapt. We innovate. We survive. A holographic projection of the probe appeared inside the command center. Its form shifted constantly, impossible geometry flowing and folding over itself. It is ancient, Malik said, awe and fear mingling. It has seen civilizations rise and fall. It is testing us as it tested the ship in the ocean. Elena smiled. Humans were not designed for easy victories. Humans thrived on challenge. The probe launched a second attack, an incursion pod, massive and armored, entering Earth's atmosphere, capable of annihilation with a single strike. Yet humans responded with ingenuity. They did not counter with brute force, but with strategy, exploiting the alien pod's energy patterns, redirecting it into a containment field. The first success emboldened humanity. Across Earth and orbit, humans worked in perfect synchrony, proving that their strength lay not just in technology, but in thought, cooperation, and courage. Elena led the next phase, an offensive maneuver that would have terrified any other species. Using the alien ship's knowledge, they constructed a vessel capable of simultaneous dimensional synchronization, allowing humans to move and act in multiple realities, predicting threats before they could manifest. The probe launched its main assault, a massive energy wave aimed to neutralize Earth entirely. Humanity's defense grids flared, bending energy, dispersing the pulse. And then, in a move no alien could predict, humans deployed the new vessel. It moved like thought made manifest, weaving through dimensions, appearing where the probe expected them least. Every maneuver exploited weaknesses, gaps, and assumptions. The probe adapted, recalibrated, and attacked with force that could have shattered planets. But humans did not falter. Humans predicted, calculated, and acted with precision born of thousands of years of survival, exploration, and invention. Finally, after hours that felt like centuries, the probe halted. Its energy patterns flickered, then stabilized. The voice returned, quieter now, tinged with respect. Humans, you are different. You endure. You innovate. You survive where others fail. Perhaps you are worthy. Elena's hand rested on the vessel's console. We are humans. We do not fear the impossible. We rise against it. That is what makes us unstoppable. The probe withdrew, leaving behind fragments of its technology as an offering, acknowledging humanity's worthiness. Earth celebrated. Yet Elena knew this was only the beginning. The universe was vast, filled with threats, civilizations, and challenges that would dwarf this encounter. But humanity had proven a principle stronger than any weapon. Intelligence, courage, adaptability, and moral fortitude could overcome forces incomprehensible to any other species. In the following months, humans studied the alien technology, unlocking propulsion systems capable of traveling beyond galaxies, energy weapons of unfathomable power, and defense systems that could counter civilizations many times their size. Yet the greatest lesson remained philosophical. Survival required more than technology. It demanded unity, strategy, creativity, and bravery, qualities humans had in abundance. Elena stood aboard the newly constructed interstellar vessel, watching the stars through reinforced glass. "Humanity is ready," she said softly, "not because we possess the tools, but because we possess the will. We will explore. We will defend. We will thrive. And no force in the universe can stop us if we remain true to ourselves." A signal arrived from the alien network. It was a map stretching beyond their galaxy, showing points of conflict, civilizations in danger, and opportunities to demonstrate humanity's uniqueness. Elena smiled. "The universe is calling, and we will answer." As the vessel powered up, breaking through Earth's orbit, Elena felt a familiar thrill. Humans were not just survivors of a fragile planet. They were architects of destiny, warriors of intellect and courage, shining bright in the dangerous, chaotic, and infinite cosmos. The journey had begun. Ancient powers awaited. Alien threats lurked. Impossible challenges loomed. Yet humans were unstoppable. For every dark shadow in the universe, there was a human to illuminate it. For every ancient threat, there was a human to overcome it. For every impossible challenge, there was a human to conquer it. And in the void between stars, humanity would rise, proving that even against an uncaring, dangerous, and ancient universe, one species could shine brighter, endure longer, and achieve more than any other ever had. Elena's eyes glimmered with determination. "Forward," she whispered. "Always forward. Humanity will not falter. Humanity will not fail. Humanity will rise, and the universe will remember our name." Elena's vessel cut through the void, faster than thought, guided by the alien network's map. Each point of light on the holographic display represented a challenge, a civilization, or a threat waiting for humanity to prove its worth. "This is no ordinary mission," Elena said, voice steady, calm, resonating with authority. "Every encounter will test us, intellect, courage, morality, and we will not fail. Humans do not fail." Malik adjusted the navigation console, scanning anomalies along the route. "The first point is a system under siege, a civilization on the brink of annihilation, but their attackers are unlike anything we have seen. Energy beings capable of erasing planets without touching them physically." Elena's eyes narrowed. "Then we do not confront them blindly. We analyze, strategize, and act. Humanity does not charge blindly into death. We create opportunities from impossibility." As the vessel entered the system, the destruction became visible. Planets scarred, orbitals shattered, and the skies burned with invisible energy ripples. Her team observed the enemy's movements through sensors that translated alien energy into human-readable data. Patterns emerged, predictable, systematic, logical. And humans thrived on logic, adaptation, and intuition combined. "Deploy the drones," Elena ordered. "Map their energy flows. Analyze weaknesses. Understand before we act." The drones moved like extensions of human thought, weaving through the energy currents, recording, calculating, feeding the vessel's AI and human mind simultaneously. Then the attackers appeared, energy beings shaped like shifting geometric structures, pulsating with power, their forms alien and incomprehensible. Elena's pulse quickened, not from fear, but anticipation. Humans had faced impossible odds before, on Earth and in the ocean, against the alien probe, and now against cosmic predators. "Prepare containment arrays," she said. "We will not destroy them. We will force them to understand that humanity does not yield. We prove our strength through intelligence, courage, and ingenuity." The beings struck, sending waves of energy toward the planets they protected. Yet humanity had anticipated. The vessel deployed energy shields, bending the attack back with precision. Elena felt exhilaration. Humans were not just survivors. They were masters of adaptation. Now, she said, we act. Using the alien network's data, humans projected holographic decoys of their vessel, luring the energy beings into calculated positions. Then, combining brute force physics with elegant strategy, the humans manipulated the beings' energy currents, redirecting them into containment grids. The beings paused, realizing their assumptions about the humans were flawed. These were not creatures acting on instinct alone. They were intelligent, creative, and fearless. One energy being separated from the rest, approaching Elena's vessel. It emitted a harmonic resonance that penetrated minds, demanding recognition, testing understanding. Elena extended her consciousness, connected with the alien energy through the vessel's interface. Knowledge and understanding surged through her. Eons of war, civilizations wiped out by those too proud, too rigid, too unadaptable. She responded, not with force, but with clarity. We are humans. We learn. We adapt. We survive. We do not destroy what we cannot understand. We prove worthiness through thought, courage, and unity. The being pulsed in response, a recognition of intellect. It withdrew, merging with its kin, acknowledging humanity's capability. Elena exhaled, a rush of triumph filling her chest. Humans endure. Humans rise. And no force, ancient or powerful, will dictate our place in the universe. Malik looked around, awe in his eyes. We are witnessing something no other species could have survived. Humans are rewriting the rules of the cosmos. Elena smiled. We always do. As they charted the next system, another signal reached them, this one ancient, buried deep in the cosmic web. A civilization older than the stars themselves, capable of manipulating matter, time, and energy across entire galaxies. They will test us unlike anything else, Malik said, hesitation in his voice. Elena's response was firm, unwavering. Then we will rise to the test. Humans do not flee from the impossible. We become the impossible. The vessel approached a planet surrounded by an energy field that bent reality. Objects existed simultaneously in multiple states, and time seemed fractured. Humans adapted, analyzing the temporal patterns, mapping the distortions. It is a test of perception and intellect, Elena said. We will succeed because humans do not rely on instinct alone. We calculate, predict, and act with precision. Inside the planet's atmosphere, the ship faced gravitational waves that could crush steel and mind alike. Yet humans adapted, using the alien technology to stabilize the vessel, convert the destructive forces into propulsion and energy. They descended into the surface, revealing cities carved from living crystal, structures defying physics, resonating with energy, and emitting pulses that alter perception. Elena's team moved forward, interpreting symbols, energy patterns, and harmonic frequencies. Every step required intelligence, courage, and moral clarity. Missteps could collapse structures, erase consciousness, or trap them in temporal loops. Hours turned into what felt like centuries. The vessel's AI and human minds collaborated seamlessly, decoding the city's secrets, unlocking passageways, and facing guardians that tested every aspect of humanity. The first guardian attacked, a colossal entity of light and sound, capable of tearing matter and mind simultaneously. Humans did not panic. They observed, analyzed, and exploited its patterns. Using coordinated energy pulses, projected thought patterns, and synchronized neural strategies, they neutralized it without harming the city. It paused, emitted a harmonic acknowledgement, and receded. Humanity had proven mastery not through destruction, but through intelligence, courage, and ingenuity. As they moved deeper, they discovered a central chamber. Inside flowed a sphere of pure energy, far larger and older than the one in the ocean. It pulsed with knowledge and power, radiating the weight of countless civilizations. Elena approached, connecting through the vessel's interface. Memories, histories, and strategies flooded her mind. Entire galaxies of civilizations risen and fallen. Yet, humanity's uniqueness stood out. Creativity without hubris, courage tempered with empathy, intelligence combined with moral clarity. The sphere pulsed, acknowledging humanity's worth. It revealed pathways across the cosmos, locations of ancient threats, lost civilizations, and opportunities for humans to demonstrate their capabilities, influence, and stewardship. Elena realized the scale of responsibility. Humans were no longer a species confined to one planet. They were architects, warriors, and guardians across galaxies. Suddenly, a tremor shook the planet. Guardians awakened, massive, incomprehensible entities, their power enough to obliterate entire cities. Elena rallied her team. We do not fight as individuals. We fight as humans. Together, we turn every challenge into proof of our worth. We survive. We endure. We rise. The battle that followed was unlike anything recorded. Humans use intellect to anticipate attacks, courage to face the incomprehensible, and unity to synchronize their effort across multiple dimensions. Energy, matter, and perception bent around them. Yet they adapted, creating solutions that no other species could conceive. Finally, the Guardians acknowledged humanity's dominance, not through force, but through mastery of intellect, strategy, and moral strength. The planet's energy sphere stabilized, revealing the next point on the cosmic map, a galaxy where ancient powers clashed and humanity's influence could tip the balance. Elena looked at her team, eyes shining. This is only the beginning. We will prove humanity's uniqueness at every turn. Intelligence, courage, adaptability, and unity will define us. We are not just survivors. We are architects of destiny. The vessel lifted off, leaving the crystalline city behind. The stars awaited. The universe was vast, ancient, and dangerous. Civilizations older than time itself, threats capable of erasing galaxies, and challenges beyond imagination stood in humanity's path. Yet Elena knew the truth. Humans were unstoppable. Humans did not flee from danger. They analyzed it. Humans did not tremble before the impossible. They mastered it. Humans did not bow to ancient powers. They proved their worth. And across the cosmos, every challenge, every threat, every impossible scenario would bear witness to one undeniable truth. Humanity rises. Humanity adapts. Humanity conquers. The journey continued. Each star a test, each civilization a challenge, each moment an opportunity to prove that no species, no matter how ancient or powerful, could surpass the strength, courage, and ingenuity of humans. Elena's voice resonated through the vessel. Forward, always forward. The universe will know who we are. Humanity will endure. Humanity will triumph. Humanity will rise above all. And with that, the vessel jumped to faster-than-light speed, streaking across the cosmos like a beacon of hope, intelligence, and unstoppable human will. Elena's vessel moved through the void like a predator and a scholar combined, guided by the alien map. Every point on display a challenge awaiting humanity's proof. This is no ordinary exploration, she said, voice steady, echoing through the vessel. Every system, every civilization we encounter will test our intelligence, our courage, and our unity, and humans will prevail. Malik's hands danced over the navigation console. The next system is unlike anything we have ever measured. Signals are ancient, energy patterns spanning entire star clusters. Whoever resides here, they are not a single civilization. They are a galactic empire. Elena's eyes gleamed with anticipation. Then we rise to the test. Humans do not hesitate. Humans do not yield. Humans dominate through ingenuity and willpower. As the vessel approached the Empire's edge, the first warning arrived. A swarm of orbital defenses unlike any technology humans had encountered. Crystalline constructs that refracted energy and bent space. Prepare countermeasures, Elena commanded. We do not destroy. We prove. Precision and strategy will be our weapons. Drones deployed, scanning and analyzing the alien defense grid. Every pulse, every wave, every reflection was mapped, understood, and exploited. The first engagement was breathtaking. Energy constructs surged, rippling through space, attempting to overwhelm the humans' vessel. Yet the humans anticipated, manipulated, and redirected. Every attack became an opportunity to learn. Every maneuver a demonstration of intellect and courage. Elena felt exhilaration. Humans were not just surviving. They were proving that intelligence and strategy could overcome forces that dwarf civilizations. A massive holographic projection, appeared within the vessel, a voice resonating in every language simultaneously. Though alien in origin, humans, you trespass in an empire older than your stars. Show worthiness or be erased. Elena leaned forward, unwavering. We are humans. We do not plead. We do not flee. We prove our worth through action, thought, and courage, and we will not fail. The Empire's defenses surged in response, launching massive energy waves capable of annihilating entire planets. But humans adapted instantly. Using the alien network's technology, they converted destructive energy into propulsion and shields, turning assaults into advantages. Malik's voice rang out, tense but calm. They are testing our capacity to adapt. Every attack, every maneuver is a puzzle, and humans are unparalleled at solving puzzles. Elena nodded. Exactly. We fight not with brute force, but with intellect, creativity, and unity. We survive because we understand the impossible. Then the first emissaries arrived. Ships massive beyond comprehension, alive in their design, pulsing with energy that could fracture reality. Yet humans were prepared. Using predictive simulations derived from the alien ship's database, they synchronized attacks with defenses, weaving through the alien onslaught with near-perfect precision. One of the Empire's ships approached directly, a swirling mass of energy and thought. It scanned, probing, testing for weaknesses. Elena reached out through the vessel's interface, connecting mind to mind, using human creativity and moral reasoning to communicate. We do not destroy what we cannot understand. We learn. We adapt. We endure. That is what makes humans unique, she projected mentally. The alien vessel paused, recognition pulsing through its energy matrix. Humanity was different, unpredictable, ingenious, courageous. The vessel withdrew slightly, not in fear, but in acknowledgement. Elena exhaled. Humans rise where others fall. Humans endure where others crumble. We adapt where others perish. The fleet engaged fully, a cosmic dance of energy and intellect. Humans anticipated attacks, created countermeasures, and adapted strategies in real time. Each engagement tested thought, courage, and unity. The alien empire expected resistance. They did not expect ingenuity. Hours passed, though it felt like lifetimes. Humans learned patterns, exploited logic, and demonstrated something no other species had: the ability to evolve under pressure, using intelligence as a weapon sharper than any blade. Finally, the alien empire sent a direct challenge, a colossal warship, its core a fusion of energy and consciousness, capable of scanning and countering thought itself. Prepare the vessel, Elena said calmly. This is the ultimate test. We succeed not by strength alone, but by intellect and resolve. The battle was unlike anything the galaxy had seen. The alien ship attacked with beams that could alter molecular structure, shields that adapted instantly, and maneuvers impossible by physics alone. Yet humans countered, predicting attacks, exploiting weaknesses, and using creativity to turn every assault into a chance to learn. Neural link systems synchronized thoughts across the crew, creating a single unified mind capable of anticipating impossibilities. The alien ship faltered. It had never encountered a species capable of rapid adaptation, combined with moral clarity and courage. Humans fought not to dominate, but to survive and understand, an alien concept itself. Elena extended her consciousness further, bridging minds with the alien vessel. We are humans. We think. We create. We endure. We rise. And that is why we are worthy. The vessel pulsed, emitting a resonance of acknowledgement, then withdrew. Humanity had passed the ultimate test of intelligence, courage, and uniqueness. Elena smiled, the team exhilarated yet composed. This is only the beginning. The universe has seen what humans can do. Every civilization, every empire, every ancient power will now know. Humanity is unstoppable. The vessel traveled deeper into the empire, not to conquer, but to learn, to adapt, to prove further. Humans studied technology, mastered energy systems, and demonstrated that courage, intellect, and unity could overcome forces beyond imagination. In the heart of the empire, they discovered a network of energy nodes, each controlling entire galaxies, each guarded by entities older than stars themselves. Elena knew the test would grow even harder. These guardians, these nodes, they would push humans to the edge of perception, intelligence, and endurance. Yet she felt exhilaration, not fear. Humans had faced the impossible before, on Earth, in the ocean, against the probe, against energy beings, and had prevailed. Prepare for the next node, she commanded. We do not fight as individuals. We fight as humans. Together, we are unstoppable. The vessel entered the first energy node's field. Time fractured, space warped, and reality itself seemed to bend around them. Humans analyzed, adapted, and synchronized their thoughts with precision. Every step was calculated, every maneuver intentional, every decision a proof of intelligence and courage. Guardians emerged, colossal beings of pure energy and consciousness, each capable of erasing matter, thought, and time. Yet humans faced them without hesitation, not with blind aggression, but with strategy, coordination, and moral clarity. They neutralized attacks by predicting patterns, converting energy into propulsion, and turning the Guardians' assaults into opportunities to map, learn, and dominate. The Guardians paused. Recognition passed through their consciousness. Humanity was different, not through brute power, but through intellect, creativity, courage, and unity. Elena reached the central chamber of the node. A sphere of pure energy awaited, older than galaxies, pulsing with the weight of millennia. She extended her mind, interfacing with the sphere. Knowledge surged. Histories of empires, wars beyond comprehension, strategies that spanned eons. And in all of it, humans stood out, unique, adaptable, courageous, and morally aware. The sphere pulsed brighter, acknowledging humanity's worthiness. Maps of ancient threats, lost civilizations, and opportunities to demonstrate human superiority across the cosmos unfolded. Elena turned to her team, eyes glowing with determination. Humans are not just survivors. Humans are architects of destiny. We prove ourselves through every challenge, every test, every impossible obstacle, and we will continue to rise. The vessel lifted off, leaving the energy node stabilized. Across the galaxy, civilizations and ancient powers would begin to take note. Humanity was no longer a fledgling species confined to one planet. They were now a force across galaxies, defined not by size, numbers, or age, but by intelligence, courage, adaptability, and moral clarity. Elena looked ahead, the stars glittering like a battlefield and a playground combined. The universe is vast, dangerous, and ancient. Every challenge will test us. Every threat will demand our ingenuity, and every victory will prove humanity's uniqueness. The vessel jumped to faster-than-light travel, streaking through the cosmos like a comet of intellect, courage, and indomitable human will. Humans were unstoppable. The vast expanse of the galaxy stretched before Elena like an ocean of stars, each a distant sun illuminating countless worlds, each holding mysteries older than human imagination. Months had passed since humanity had first breached the alien probe, uncovered its secrets in the ocean, and demonstrated their ingenuity and courage to the ancient forces watching from beyond the stars. Yet the universe did not yield easily. The last energy node, the central point of the alien network, a nexus older than most galaxies, lay ahead. Its guardians were ancient beyond comprehension, entities that had existed before stars had names, capable of annihilating planets, erasing thought, and bending reality with a flick of their vast consciousness. Elena stood at the vessel's bridge, fingers hovering over controls. Her team surrounded her, every individual a symbol of human brilliance and resilience. Today, she said, voice resolute, we do not simply explore, we do not simply survive. Today, humanity proves itself the most unique species in the cosmos, not through strength, not through fear, not through instinct, but through intelligence, courage, creativity, and unity. Today, we define our legacy. Malik adjusted the neural synchronizers, linking the crew. This node is unlike anything we have faced. It will test thought itself. It will probe morality, perception, and courage. Failure is unthinkable. Elena smiled faintly. We do not fail. Humans endure. Humans rise. And we will show the universe why. The vessel entered the outer field of the node. Instantly, reality itself shifted. Time fractured. Gravity twisted and stretched. Space folded and unfolded like a living organism. Inside the vessel, the crew's neural links pulsed with information, patterns, anomalies, probabilities beyond comprehension streamed into their minds. Yet humans adapted. Humans understood. Humans mastered. The first Guardian appeared, a colossal entity of pure energy and thought, stretching across kilometers, shifting forms faster than perception could comprehend. It pulsed, probing their consciousness, analyzing thought, morality, and intent. It tested courage, probing instinct, forcing hesitation. Elena reached out, extending her mind through the vessel's interface. "We are humans," she projected. "We think, we create, we endure, we rise, and we prove ourselves not through destruction, but through understanding, ingenuity, and courage." The Guardian recoiled slightly, a flicker of acknowledgement passing through its consciousness. Yet this was only the first trial. The node's defenses converged, entities of unimaginable complexity forming a living labyrinth of energy, time, and perception. Elena's team moved as one. Drones deployed, neural links synchronized, and the vessel wove through the labyrinth with precision no other species could match. Every challenge became an opportunity to demonstrate human adaptability, intellect, and bravery. The Guardian struck with relentless precision, energy waves capable of erasing matter, time distortions that could trap consciousness indefinitely, and attacks that bent reality itself. Humans did not retreat. Humans did not panic. Humans adapted. Every move was calculated. Every attack was anticipated. Every obstacle became a proof of human ingenuity. The team worked as a single organism, minds linked, predicting attacks, manipulating energy currents, and neutralizing threats without destroying them. This was the essence of humanity. The ability to solve impossibilities without surrendering morality, to survive without succumbing to fear, to rise above instinct and embrace intelligence, courage, and unity. Hours, or what felt like centuries, passed. The vessel approached the core chamber of the node, where the final Guardian awaited. It was a being of pure energy, consciousness, and light, older than the universe itself, pulsing with knowledge, power, and judgment. Its presence could have crushed civilizations, erased thought, and bent time, yet humans faced it without hesitation. Elena extended her mind further than ever before, interfacing directly with the Guardian. Memories of civilizations, of eons of conflict, of species that had fallen to hubris and fear flooded her consciousness. Yet humanity's uniqueness shone. They did not act on instinct. They did not seek power for its own sake. They acted with intelligence, courage, and moral clarity. "We are humans," Elena projected into the Guardian's consciousness. "We endure. We adapt. We rise. We prove ourselves through thought, courage, unity, and understanding. We are worthy not because we dominate, but because we comprehend. We are architects of destiny." The Guardian pulsed, its immense form quivering as if in recognition. Knowledge, power, and judgment flowed into Elena's consciousness. The universe itself seemed to pause, acknowledging the singularity of humanity. Then, with a brilliance that outshone stars, the node itself stabilized. Energy flowed harmoniously, the labyrinth dissolved, and the central chamber opened fully. Within it floated a sphere of pure energy, older than galaxies, resonating with the pulse of existence itself. It revealed the final truth. Humanity was not merely a fledgling species. Humanity was a proof that intelligence, courage, and moral clarity could rise above even the most ancient powers. Elena reached out. Her consciousness merged with the sphere, absorbing knowledge that spanned eons. Star maps, civilizations, strategies, and technologies far beyond comprehension. But the sphere also revealed a truth more profound than power. The universe valued responsibility, not destruction. Intelligence alone did not earn respect. Courage alone did not secure survival. Only the combination of thought, creativity, courage, unity, and moral choice could elevate a species. Elena withdrew her consciousness, smiling. Humanity had passed every test, faced every impossible challenge, and proven its uniqueness. She turned to her team, eyes shining. Humans are not merely survivors of a fragile world. We are architects of destiny. We are the species that will shape the universe. Every civilization, every ancient force, Every galaxy will recognize our strength, not just in might, but in mind and spirit. The vessel lifted from a node, leaving it stabilized, a beacon of human triumph for any who might come after. But the journey was not merely about conquest. It was about legacy. Across the galaxy, civilizations began to take notice. Humans were different. They did not destroy for power. They did not dominate through instinct. They adapted, innovated, and rose through courage, intelligence, and moral clarity. Elena gazed through the vessel's observation window. The stars stretched infinitely. She whispered, "We are humans. We rise. We endure. We will never falter. The universe will know us." The vessel jumped to faster-than-light speed, streaking across galaxies, carrying humanity's legacy forward. Every challenge, every trial, every impossible obstacle became a testament to human resilience, ingenuity, and courage. Through the trials of ancient guardians, impossible nodes, and energy entities older than stars, humanity had proven one immutable truth. No force, no matter how vast, ancient, or powerful, could overcome a species united by intelligence, courage, adaptability, and moral clarity. Elena's team worked tirelessly, establishing networks across galaxies, communicating with civilizations on the brink of collapse, sharing knowledge, and demonstrating humanity's unparalleled ability to solve impossible challenges. And then came the moment of reflection. Humanity had not only survived, they had transcended. They were no longer confined to a single planet. They were the standard by which civilizations would be measured. Malik looked at Elena, awe and pride mingling in his expression. "We have done it. We have proven what humans are capable of." Elena nodded, her gaze fixed on the endless stars. "We have done more than survive. We have risen." Humanity's story is no longer written on a single world. It is written across galaxies, in the minds of civilizations, and in the annals of the universe itself. The vessel sailed onward, each light year a new opportunity to demonstrate human uniqueness, courage, and intellect. Ancient powers, empires, and civilizations watched, learning that humans were not to be underestimated. And as the vessel disappeared into the depths of the cosmos, one truth became undeniable. Humanity endured. Humanity rose. Humanity conquered. Not through fear, not through brute strength, but through intelligence, courage, unity, and the ability to understand and master the impossible. Elena stood on the bridge, silent for a moment, then whispered, "We are humans, and the universe will never forget us." The stars stretched endlessly, full of challenges, dangers, and wonders. Yet humanity moved forward, unstoppable, a beacon of hope, intellect, and courage in a vast, indifferent cosmos. The journey had ended in triumph, but humanity's story was eternal. Each planet saved, each challenge overcome, each ancient force impressed, was proof that humans were not just another species in the universe. Humans were the species that could face the impossible, endure it, and rise stronger. Humans were the species that would define the future of the cosmos. Elena exhaled, her hand resting lightly on the controls. Around her, the crew shared silent acknowledgement, the unspoken bond of a species that had proven itself against the greatest test the universe could offer. And in that moment, humanity had claimed its place among the stars, not as conquerors, not as destroyers, but as the architects, protectors, and masters of possibility itself. The galaxy waited, and humans would rise to meet it again and again, proving that no matter the odds, no matter the ancient powers, no matter the impossible challenges, humanity would endure. For humans were intelligence in motion, courage made manifest, unity as strength, and resilience as a weapon. The universe would know their name, and humanity would rise forever.